what's going on, baby? I'm here to tell y'all what my Meps experience was like for 2022. I went to Meps today and yesterday. Yesterday being March 7th, today being March 8th. On the first day, man, it really wasn't that bad for real. I mean, all I really did, I met up with my recruiter. He told me what the process was going to be. Basically, just going up to Meps, signing in the hotel. You get a free voucher to eat at night. Then they feed you in the morning. Curfew was 9:30 for us, and you had to sign in at the hotel before 5:30. So I got there around like 2. No problem. I drove in myself because my recruiter was like, "Yeah, since you're driving in yourself, make sure you follow the bus to Meps in the morning. That way you can leave after you're done." And I was like, "All right, cool. That's good. Straight with me." So I'm like, "All right." So after that, right? I mean, that night goes by normal. You know, I just spent that time talking to everybody else who was there, meeting people, conversing. I found out that a lot of people was, 17, 18 years old there, and I'm like, wow, I feel a little old, but that's about it. A couple of people I met was like 20, 25. Then I heard there was one girl that was 28 there. I actually met her today. So it was all right, cool, just conversing with people. Now, Meps day 2. This day. My roommate was a guy who went in the army, cool guy, funny dude. He had me rolling all night for real. So talking to him, he was like, he going into the army. So we talking, and he's sitting there telling me some stories. We swapping stories, this, that, and the third. So he's like, yeah, I'm about to wake up at 3:40 tomorrow. And I'm like, 3:40? I mean, wake up time is 4:15. Be ready to roll about 4:45. All right, my plan was, all right, cool. Wake up about 4, be downstairs by 4:30. They give me 15 minutes to eat, be ready to bounce straight. So, I mean, I ain't gonna say my man woke me up, but I just heard him moving around. You know what I'm saying? So I woke up. I was on my phone playing the game a little bit. To get this time, man, just relaxing. He did what he had to do. I went in the bathroom, did what I had to do, got up out of there. Cool. Downstairs. Get something to eat. Now, my recruiter told me, don't eat no pork, right? Don't eat nothing fatty, no bacon, no sausage, no apple juice, no orange juice, no coffee, no tea. Just stick to water. And I'm like, strictly water? Strictly water. And I'm like, good golly. So that was a bit of a bear to bear, basically, this morning. So get down there, I'm eating, and they had some French toast, right? So I'm like, all right, we're going to get some French toast, some eggs, and some the home fries, all right? Home fries was John like hitting. I ain't gonna hold you. So I punished them Jones, the eggs. I'm like, man, these only some salt and some pepper. But of course, stay away from the salt. So I put down the eggs. After that, I'm like, all right, so what's next? Sitting there waiting, go fill up my little water canteen. So I'm like, all right, we good. Straight, good to go. People started lining up. All right, cool. And it was like 60 of us, dog. 60. I heard it. Somebody told me it was 80 of us, but I don't know where the other people came from. Because I know in the lobby and when we went to go get in the bus, it was about 60 of us. The line was wrapped around the little room we was in. So I'm like, all right, cool. No problem. Drive over there, get there, sign in, wait in line. I was in the second line, went up in there, and I'm like, all right, what's going on? Like, everybody sitting there chatting it up. Ooh, man, I'm just sitting there, got this beat in my head. I'm sitting there rocking. Now, it's cold outside. I'm outside with just this on, the tank top. Cold. Other people out there jumping with just some short sleeve shirts. Now, one dude was in there with just a button up on. I think he had a tank top or another little undershirt under that, but he was cold. And I'm like, boy, I can only imagine. So, man, I'm just sitting there bobbing, beating my head like, okay, the more you move, the more you get warm. All good. That's what I do. So we get up in there, go to the briefing room. So we get briefed on how the day is supposed to go. The first person comes in, they're like, good morning. We're like, good morning, sir. All right, so what you gonna do is this, that, and the third, right? So I'm gonna brief you on this, how this goes. The next person who's getting ready to come in here is gonna be the chief medical officer. He's going to break down how your medical side is going to go and how everything else is going to go for you the rest of the day. Cool. My man was gone for about 20 minutes before they came back. But boy, when my man came back in there, he shut that junk down. My man walks in there, right, like, so, just to let y'all know, today is your Meps day, and we're going to get some things straight. This ain't high school, this ain't no college preparatory class, this ain't none of that. So get your head on straight. We're not here for no games. We're not here for no jokesters. If you're joking around, I'm going to take your application and say, you go ahead and go home. And you're going to have to come back a little later. Fair enough? And everybody said, yes, sir. All right, cool. Next order of business, lunch. Lunch is served from 11 to 2. And I'm going to let you know right now, most of y'all ain't going to eat lunch. Don't even think about it. Fair enough? And everybody just sitting there, heard. Yes, sir. All right, cool. I'm going to tell you why in just a moment. Drug screen, right? Everybody in here going to do drug screening. And let me tell you here right now. It's what, about maybe what? About 60 of y'all? At least 5 to 10, maybe even 15 of y'all going to fail off the drug screen because you're going to be hot for marijuana. Done. Now look here. If you give me a sample, you got to come back in 90 days. You don't give me a sample, you come back in 180 days. So it's all on you. You feel me? You're already going to disqualify yourself because you decided to smoke some marijuana and then come up here being dumb. But on top of that, you're just going to continue to delay your process even more. So, I mean, I'm good with it. It don't make me no never mind because I still get paid for real. You feel me? Fair enough? Yes, sir. All right. So, look, the way this day is going to go, after you leave from here, I'm going to take the first 20 people. First 20 people. I'm going to get y'all lined up right here. And then after that, we're going to go. And what you're going to do, go meet your liaison, get all your packets. After that, they're going to go sit down in the operations side. And we're going to start our medical processing. All right, so what you're going to do is, after I get y'all lined up right here, we're going to go down to the medical side. You're going to sit where it says operations, under that sign. Under that sign, they'll take your blood pressure. Once you're all clear, you'll come in. You'll walk up to the medical control desk, and you'll hand your papers in. After that, you will be waiting in a line to be seen for your vision and your hearing. Vision and hearing. Fair enough? Yes, sir. All right, all right. After that, the next step is to go get your blood drawn. Then you're going to do your weight and your height. After your weight and your height, you're going to get after your weight and your height, you're going to get your physical done. After your physical, then you go and meet back up with your liaison. After meeting up with your liaison, you're going to then have your operational interview. After the operational interview, you'll tell them that you are ready for phase 2. And then after that, you'll be ready to swear into the DEP program. Fair enough? Yes, sir. All right. Good deal. Good deal. So, does all that make sense? Yes, sir. Does anybody need me to repeat myself? No, sir. What did I just say? See, y'all ain't paying attention. I tell you what, this is how we're going to do this. Do I have anybody here who served prior time? All right, go ahead and stand up. What branch? Navy. Okay. What branch? Marine Corps. What branch? Marine Corps. What branch? Marine Corps. What branch? Army. What branch? Navy. All right. So this is what we're going to do. The first 6 of you, all my priors, y'all going to be first. So y'all go ahead and stand up and come on to this side. Y'all going to be my first 6 up. We're going to get you in, get you out. Then my man starts asking all the other branches. Who there to go to the other branches? So he's like, Army. People raise their hand. He counted like 3 people. Yeah, you come on, you come on, you come on. He's like, Air Force. Raise my hand. He see me. He's like, yeah, you come on. So I'm one of the first 20. So I'm like, all right, bet, cool. I'm one of the first 20. I'm about to be out this jump smooth and proper, good, golden, perfect. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay. So we do that. I knock out my vision first, perfect. So during my vision test, right, I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay. Lady's like, all right, so what we're gonna do? Go ahead and put your forehead right here and read the bottom line that you can, right? Right eye first. So I'm like, all right, I'm looking. So I tried to cheat, apparently, that's what it felt like. So I cover my eyes. She's like, oh, no, don't cover your eye. I'm like, oh, my bad. Yeah, just close your eye. So I'm like, okay, no problem. So I'm looking, I'm like, all right, I'm trying to read line 10, and line 10 is a little too small because my eye keep going in and out, and I'm like, bro, like, come on, bro, like, I'm sitting there like, dog, like, I almost went one of them jumps. Like, come on, bro, work. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, whatever. All right, let's go to 9A, run that whole line down, perfect, boom. So like, all right, cool, go to the line, left eye, read that top line. So she did that for the right eye too. Read that top line and then read whatever line you can. Run that top line down. All right, bet. Back to 9A. Run that line down. Smooth. Cool. All right, go for near side, right? Perfect. I read that top line on the near side, run it down, all good. Then she's like, all right, go to whatever one you see. Nearsided, so on level 10. Now we on 10, which is a little small. So I'm like, all right, cool. Running them jumps down both, smooth, boom, boom. Like, all right, bet. All right, so take a step back for me. Next thing we're gonna do this depth perception, okay? I'm like, okay, perfect, okay. Oh, I'm sitting there a little nervous. Like, all right, ooh. So, looking, she's like, all right, I'm gonna give you an example. This is what you're looking for line A. B through F, you're gonna give it to me, okay? Yes, ma'am. All right. Line A, you see it in the third row on the first one. The second one, you see it in the fourth row. And the third one, you see it in the second row. You see it? Yes, ma'am. All right, cool. All right, run it down for me, line B. So I run it, jump down, like, all right, B is the third one for the first one. The second one is the fourth one, and that third one is the third one. All right, line C. All right, line C is the first one. The first one on the first one. The second one is the fifth one. Okay, and the third one is back to the first one. All right, line D. Like, all right, line D is, the first one is line 4. All right. She's like, no, try it again. I'm like, oh, well, okay, my eyes. I'm sorry, you're right. It's the third one. All right. Second one. Now I'm sitting there struggling to see this fourth one, right? And I'm like, I think I see it. I think I can tell. It's the fourth one. She stops. She doesn't say nothing. So I'm like, did I just fail? And she's like, all right. Flips it over, right, to where you see these stairs and a dotted line. She's like, all right, which number is the line touching on the stairs? And I'm like, I think I just failed that joke. Hurt, no. So I'm like, all right, look, whatever, move forward. So I'm sitting there looking and I'm like, all right, okay, I see just the line. Okay, I see just the stairs. So I'm looking and I readjust. I'm like, ooh. So I see it, I'm like, it's touching number 3. Touching number 3. Okay, cool. Perfect. Then she's like, which number do you see this arrow above? It's like dot 11 dot 13, some more dots. So I'm like, it's on 12 because it's in between 11 and 13, pointing to the little dot. I'm like, all right, cool. After that, did the color test. So run the color test down. She's like, all right, so you have 3 seconds to tell me what the number is inside of these dots and these pictures when I flip them over, all right? Cool. Run them jokes down. Perfect. Beautiful. Got eyesight for days. You feel me? So I'm like, all right, perfect. So I whisper under my breath while she's filling the paperwork out. I'm like, did I fail depth? Did I fail my depth perception? So she doesn't hear me, so she's just like, all right, sir, here you go. Go on over to hearing. Perfect. So I get my paperwork and I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay. Then I see depth perception pass and I was like, let's go! Let's go! You feel me? So I'm like, oh, that thought I failed, but I passed that jump. Smooth. So I walk on over to hearing. 6 person up in that jump. All right, go in there. Say, all right, look, what you gonna do? You're gonna go in this room, put these headphones on, and you're gonna listen for a series of beeps. Now, the series of beeps that you hear, click the button once real quick, let it go. Don't hold it, don't try to press it too many times. All right, perfect. All right, perfect. Go in this room, right? Everybody's sitting there. We sitting there like, all right, cool. Put the headphones on. Headphones clamping your ears, straight like this. It's so quiet in the room, all you can do is hear yourself breathe. You try to breathe silently, you still hearing yourself breathe. In your nose, you hear it. It's loud. In out your nose, you hear it. It's loud. So I'm sitting there like, come on, dog. I can't breathe in my mouth. I can't breathe in my nose. But I'm hearing that jump, and it's like, you hear that jump say, you are now starting the hearing test. And then you hear your frequencies. Boop, 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 boop. I'm like, all right, okay, boop, 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 boop. Now I'm closing my eyes and look at it. So I'm like, okay, boop, 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 no problem. And then, all of a sudden out of nowhere, that jump's like, I'm sitting there like, I said, I had to hold my breath, dog, just to hear it. And I'm like, yo, because if you breathing, you're really not going to hear that jump. I promise you. Or it's going to be a big struggle for you to hear that jump if you breathing. I promise you. I'm sitting there like, I was catching some of the jumps on the back end. Like when I heard the jump register, at least that's what it felt like. I felt like it was registering on the back end. So I'm like, okay, do. So then, cool, that test is over. Get my results, dude. And I'm just like, all right, what you gonna do? You're gonna go ahead and go over there, go sit in the red chairs and get your blood drawn. All right, perfect. No problem. Now the guy before me, he was like, all right, so looks like in the 6,000th decimal, you're hearing like you had some a good amount of hearing loss, so you may have to come back and redo your test. Just a heads up. But for right now, go ahead and head to them red chairs to get your blood drawn. He was like, dang. And I'm just sitting there like, man, I'm glad they ain't telling me that. I thought I did bad. Apparently, the lower the number you get, the better your ears is. Cool. So then after that, we go sit in the line for the red side, and somebody's like, oh, what y'all doing over there? No. Come sit in the seat right here. So we go back in the line to continue to rotate. Musical chairs out here, right? For the people who still need to go to hearing and vision. Even after you've already done hearing and vision. All right, cool. Whatever. It is what it is. So my man come out, and he's like, all right, I need some people who can do the urinalysis for my males. Who can pee right now? And I'm like, I can pee. And he's like, are you sure? You promise? I'm like, yeah. The dude just came in here saying he could pee, didn't even pee. Nah, you got to worry about that with me, big dog. I'm good. Cool. 6 of us go in, knock their urinalysis sample out, done. All right, cool. Moving on along. Next thing you know, time for weight and height. Perfect. Get that done. Had to strip down to your boxes. No socks. Cool. Whatever. Get that junk done. Go wait. Get the medical examination. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Get that done. Go get your blood drawn. Smooth. Get that done. After that, go get your medical examination. All right. Now this is where the underwear Olympics comes in. Do the duck walk. Ask you a couple questions. Bend over and cough. Turn your head to the left. Turn your head to the right and cough both times. All good. Arm resistance test. Smooth. Pass that jump with flying colors. All of that. No broken bones, no nothing. Cool. After that, you go back to go meet with your, you hand them the documents, they enter that stuff into the computer. Go meet your liaison and tell them, all right, cool, you ready to go to your operational interview. Cool. They go back there, like, all right, appreciate you. Give me one moment. I'll call you up when I'm ready. So you were sitting out there. Good 30 minutes, you know what I'm saying? I heard. All right. Then somebody else come up, knock on the door, and they in there for a good 10 minutes. Now you just sitting there looking like, I mean, I ain't trying to be rude, but I know you ain't just jump in front of me. They come out, they go do something else. That's how you know they call you up in there. Like, well, I bet. Cool. Get that joint done. Go get your operational interview out the way. Before you do that, you get fingerprinted. Smooth. My fingerprints was, they wasn't trying to work properly. So the lady was sitting there rolling my junk for me. And I'm like, I mean, no problem, no big deal. Rolling the junk for me. I'm like, all right. And then that joke's still sitting there like, scan error, scan error, scan error. I'm sitting there like, I don't know what's going on. Finally get that joke to work. Then I go have an interview, knock that joke out. That joke was nice and quick, smooth. Go back up, tell my liaison I'm ready for phase 2. Get phase 2 popping. Cool. After that, go back into the briefing room to swear into death, and get cool. Got there around 5. What? We left around 5, maybe 5:30. Got to the place around 5:15. Didn't get into the building until 6. Got in that joint around 6. Didn't leave Meps until 4:47. It was a lot of hurry up and wait. Sit there and wait. Hey, stop talking. Hold your conversations. No one is to be talking. When we was doing our medical briefing with the lady over all the paperwork, the kids was in that junk talking, and the lady was going ham, dog. She was in that junk like, oh, this is your time to talk. No, this is my time to talk. So you need to listen. Be quiet and listen. Then she telling people what to fill out on these forms, and they sitting there falling behind. She's sitting there like, hurry up, write your stuff, hurry up, write it. You got to move a little quicker. Now, she was Indian, so she had an accent, and it was a little thick. So a lot of people were sitting there like, oh, man, what'd she say? I'm just sitting in that joint like, I heard you. All right, cool. Got you. No problem. So she's like, what you're going to do is write this down, and you want to find your Privacy Act statement. Privacy Act statement. But it was a little bit harder to understand. And a lot of people was like, what? And I'm like, dog, you want this form right here, dog. And they're like, oh, I bet, cool. If anyone falls behind, don't say anything to them. Let them figure it out. I got them. And I'm just sitting there like, all right, cool. Now she going ham on people. Sir, why are you not listening? Talking about, sir, why are you not listening? Listen to me. Pay attention. Speed up. Move faster. It's not your time to talk. I'm talking. Be quiet. And the joke was priceless, bruh. Priceless. So she going ham. And she stepped off for a good 30 minutes before she came in, and we ran through this thing. And that took a good 45 minutes of its own. So I'm just sitting there joke like, man, like, wow. Like, y'all in this joke being so loud, bro, and just talking that, I think that the lady just went ahead and stepped off. You feel me? Because I'm like, hurt. Otherwise, why would she be so long? But tomato, it is what it is. I ain't tripping. So I'm sitting there like, okay. So we get that done. Smooth. Then everything else moving smooth. Boy, I was in that joint looking like, I can't wait to get up out of here. I'm going to go ahead and get me a burger. Probably from Wendy's. I got my mouth set on this burger. That's exactly what I did. Went out and got me a burger. So now, I have officially sworn in to the delayed entry program. And I leave pretty soon. So I hope this helped y'all out. Whatever information that I could. I'm going to try to document my whole process. And, put up some other videos about my process in this whole little thing. I'll tell you about how this all came to be and how I got to this point, how long it actually took in another video. Just stick with me, bear with me, and stick around. Follow me out. We're going to be good. All right, y'all have a good one.